Well, here we go again, and welcome back to Crazy Bill's Garage, where I have for you a new Mopar, genuine Mopar oil filter. It's an MO-409. And it is from, well, let's just say it's from the Purolator type of oil filter. I believe Purolator, don't quote me on that, is reported to be made by Purolator because it is a designation of AO in it right here. AO, I meant AE. Oh my word, I could just start this video over, but I'm not going to because it's going so well already. AE. I can't remember what the old designation was, but I think it was something else. And I believe Wix used to make the older Mopar filters, and it doesn't really matter because Man and Hummel owns both of those companies, so they're the same company pretty well now. And I'm surprised this one's not made in Mexico. But it is made in America. Made in the USA. Burst pressure 300 psi, pounds square inch. Advanced cellulose and glass blended filtration, anti-drainback valve, anti-drainback valve. I'm not sure yet. I will test that later. Now let us get it open to see this Mopar filter. And I gotta tell you, this filter is probably not that terrible compared to some of the things they have nowadays. So, yeah, it is. Well, its technical number is that number right there, 041055409 AE. And it does say here, made in the USA. Awesome. By the way, I'm not from the USA. I do like some of their filters, though. If you must know, I'm from that great white north country called Canada. Yes. We're the ones who always say please and thank you all the time. Even though we don't have to, we just always do it. It's just the way we're trained from young all the way up, you know. Please, thank you, stuff like that. It's just what we do. It really does feel like a pretty good filter. Remember when Dodge and Mopar had their good old muscle cars? What was it? Dodge, Plymouth, Chrysler? Plymouth, Dodge, Chrysler? One of those. Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge. Had their own and great muscle cars. The Barracuda, the Challenger, the Charger. They must have had a few other in there. But those are the only ones I kind of remember. But now, what do they got? I don't want to mention it. I hear, though, they're bringing back the Hemi to go in the Challenger. Or you can get that straight six turbocharged. I can't remember what that's called. They'll use oil filters instead of that electric monstrosity that they have. You know, the one that hardly anybody bought. But that's here nor there. Wish they... Well, I don't know what I'm wishing. Let me just get to this. Enough of talking. So, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. That's not a joke. We have a nice rubber sealing gasket. Seems pretty good. Seems nice and thick. That's not too bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to weigh this filter. It's in ounces first. 8.699. And then we're going to go all the way over to grams. I like grams since I'm a Canadian. 246.6. I know our measurement systems are kind of strange here. They're kind of, we have kilometers, Americans have miles, we have liters, you guys have, what do you guys have? Ounces? Well, I said that. Oh yeah, quarts. Right, that's it, quarts. We have gallons, you guys have gallons. Such a strange thing, huh? I think your gallons are smaller than our gallons, or your gallons larger than ours. I can't figure that out. I think, no, it's 3.8 liters for your gallons, and it's 4 point something for our gallons. So it's a very strange system. It's hard to live in Canada, by the way. It's hard. Trying to figure all this stuff out all the time. But I always go off of miles per gallon in my vehicles. It's just simpler that way than to go by liters per 100 kilometers. Like, I don't care how many liters I'm burning per 100 kilometers. I want to know how many miles per 1 gallon of gas I'm burning. Boy, I'm confrontational today. Am I ever? Let's get to this. Let's cut this filter open. We already weighed it. Let's get this supposedly Purolator oil filter cut open. Okay, this should not be too bad. It wasn't that bad, was it? All I had to do was cut out a bit, and here you are to the cracking sounds. Which makes me believe this thing isn't going to be as thick as I was hoping it would be. There we go, we're cut open. Yes. There we go. Put that over here somewhere. So we're going to flip her over and start from this end. Of course we are. If you don't know Purolator, doesn't that look like Purolator to you? That's fine. These things, these filters who are genuine filters from Mopar, or any company who gets another company to build their filters, they're built to the spec of what the filter company, what the client wants in their filter. So if they want it to be built, let's say this is built like a Purolator Boss, or no, that's not gonna happen. I think there's only one Boss. Let's say it's built like a Purolator 1. We'll go with that, Purolator 1. Then they can build it to a Purolator 1 and slap a Mopar on it. There you go. But that's the way they do things. All right, I already took it off. Guess it doesn't matter. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's 7 inlet holes. Yeah, these are done pretty good, I must say. Punched out pretty well. Yeah, they're not bad. I do like how their inlet holes are bigger. I believe that's a 3/4 threaded hole. And, oh, I don't know. How many threads are on here? 1, 2, 3. We'll go with 3 threads. It's not a very nice looking thread, I must say. I say it is not very nice looking at all. 3 threads, we're going to go with that. I think, yeah. It'll do a fine job, won't it? And here we have your standard, is it silicone? Is it rubber? It feels pretty rubbery. I'm going to test that. I'm going to test that before we leave here today on this video. So, and let's pull her out and see what we got. We have stamped steel spring. How strong is it? Yeah, that's not bad. And we have the cup. It does not seem that thick, so we're going to take a look here. It just doesn't seem thick. Stay off the sticker. 0.27 on the sticker. Wow, that adds a lot. 0.39. So 0.27. 0.28. This is a very thin cup. Like, I didn't take many turns to get through it. That is, I'm not going to say unacceptable, but that is not very thick. And this is holding 300 psi, or is this special rolled? It's specially rolled here to hold psi. I was rereading what I saw there, and it's actually on the box. So it says here, and we're going to see adhesive filled double lock seam can withstand pressures up to 300 psi. So it's the seam that holds 300 psi. This, I'd be surprised if it held 150. Just telling you, it's pretty thin. It's almost paper thin. Hey, let me get a piece of paper and see how thin that is. So I have a normal piece of paper here. It's just a normal piece of paper. The normal piece of paper, 0.07. So if this was 0.27, so that is about three pieces of paper. So there's three. Okay, there's three right there. Let's check and see. Okay, 4 pieces of paper then. It's probably like 4 pieces of paper thick. But of course, paper's weak compared to steel. My scientificness today is way off the scale. Is it not? I think so. Oh, yeah. How can you tell a Purolator is a Purolator made filter? Can you guess? Just being me. And well, I don't see anything through there. So that is a good sign that it actually holds. Let me check it with my trusty pen. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna do its job. That's one thing Purolator usually does. They do their job on their bypass valves. Now, I had a commenter today. You know who you are. And I'm going to get something so that I can measure the pressure it takes to push down one of these bypass valves. I get so many good ideas from that commenter. I never asked him if I could use his name. I'll ask him next time. But yes, I'm going to get a pressure tester that I can use to push down on these bypass valves to show how much pressure it takes to open one. Oh, I just gave that away. Maybe I can cut that out of the video. Darn, I shouldn't have gave it away. Somebody else will steal that idea. I'm stealing it from this commenter, but he gives me such great ideas all the time. So, as you can see, we have glue, dirty glue, and we have filtration. We have more glue. So yeah, kind of in crooked, but we are gonna have to cut it open to check the filtration. I knew that would come out easy. It's a Purolator. I have no hate for Purolators, by the way. I use them just as much as anybody. I have a Purolator Tech on my G6 right now, which I deem one of the worst Purolators ever made. I still used it because it's not going to be in there for 10,000 kilometers. It's only been in there for like 5,000 to 6,000 kilometers, so I use it. It'll do fine. That's my reasoning. It'll do fine. So we have 67 pleats on here. That's a lot. Wow, they're so close together. That is a lot. I got a feeling this could be a pretty long filter. But first, I have to cut it off as it rolls away because it's not balanced very well. That doesn't mean anything really. Only tires should be balanced. Filters, they don't have to. But we're going to do it. We're going to cut it. And we're going to cut it good. Look at me, I'm shaking with excitement. We're going to get it good. Super nice. Ah. Nice. I don't know about this filtration. It seems pretty easy to cut. This is a standard tech filtration in here. It's whatever Mopar chose, so it doesn't matter. But it chose whatever filtration for their filters. You know, if they chose thinner stuff, they chose for it to flow better. If they chose thicker stuff, they chose for it to filter better. Oh. It seems like Purolator's trying to start their own type of Chinese thick tube filters. That's... Oh. Yeah, I thought there'd be a lot longer pleats. Okay. So here's how that works. It's very well made, I must say. It fits in there nice. That's not bad. Thick tubes. Louvers. Or is it louvers? It's louvers. Louvers? These are not opened up very wide at all. Wow. You can barely see through some of these. I see. I'm sure oil flows through some of them. I'm sure of it. Yeah, this is not going to be as long as I was hoping. Let's give her a rip test. I know it don't mean much. It feels pretty strong for filtration. I know, it doesn't mean much. Let's get a measurement on the paper. 0.70 of a millimeter. Now that isn't that bad, is it? That's actually pretty thicker than I thought it would be. So we're going for a little bit of better filtration with slightly better flow rate. This could be longer than I thought it was. Wow, this thing is stretching out. Well, let's get a measurement of weight. See how I said that? Measurement of weight. Okay. 14.4. That's not bad. Anyway, that's grams. So we are at 57 inches, or 145 centimeters. Or 2 inches by 5 centimeters. So 2 inches, 5 centimeters, 157 inches. So that's, I don't know, 992 square inches, I guess. I don't know. It's Canadian math and Canadian stuff. So, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. I'm going to go burn that anti-drainback valve. I think I'll do that now. Well, let's see what this is. If I can get a fire going. Somebody stole my torch. I can't find my torch. Come on. Oh, this is pitiful. So I'm going to tell you, I couldn't get that anti-drainback valve lit. So I'll add that on if I can get her lit to the end of this video. So we'll know what it is. But here is, what am I in at? I think it says 700. We're in at 700 magnification here of this cellulose glass filter media. This is the front side, the side we go through first in the oil filter, and let us get to the other. And here's the back side. Well, of course. How does it look? Just like the front side, like most of them. Looks pretty good. This does look like a good glass cellulose filtration. And it looks like any other we pretty well look at that are cellulose. So there's our filter pretty well. You can tell it looks like Purolator, and pretty well. It is made by Purolator, so It's got all the makings of a Purolator, but in a genuine Mopar body. So, and as we found out, the seal around the cup is good to 300 psi. Probably not the cup, but the seal is. Would I use it? Yeah, sure. Why not? I try all sorts of whacked out filters just to see how they look after I use them. So of course I would use it. But would you use this filter? I don't know. But who knows? Hopefully now I'll be able to find something I can burn this anti-drainback valve with, so we can finally know. I'm sure some of you do know what it is. But we can finally tell what it is. So definitely for the point we've all been waiting for, or the part we've all been waiting for, is checking out the good old anti-drainback valve. Will it be rubber or something else? I guess it looks like it's just rubber. Oh well. That's too bad. But on other things, I'm glad it wasn't something else. I had to use, of course, my MAP gas to start that on fire. Well, didn't really have any propane gas lying around, so. And did you know? No, propane is actually a liquid. Yeah, I know. I learned that on, what was that show? Hank Hill taught me that when I was younger. Yeah, he was a good show, King of the Hill. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video, and tune in again for later videos that are just as impelling as this one.